Hey, what's up, solar family? It's James here. Hopefully you're doing amazing. Before I jump into the video, make sure you schedule your free solar strategy call, especially if you want to get in the industry or maybe you're already in the industry and you want to take your sales and marketing to the next level. Make sure you book that call. In this video, I want to go over the 3 ways to increase your cash flow. And keep in mind, there's only 3 ways to increase your cash flow. No matter how you slice it, you dice it, it's only gonna be these 3 ways. So the first way to increase your cash flow is to increase your lead flow. So for example, if you're currently knocking on doors right now, and you're knocking on 100 doors to close maybe 2 or 3 deals, and keep in mind that's just a number that I pulled out of the air. If you're knocking on 100 doors to close 2 or 3, and now you want to close 6 deals, now that means that you got to knock on 200 doors, right? Double the effort. And knocking on doors, especially during this time right now, and depending on when you're watching this video, the coronavirus is taking a big toll in the whole industry. And keep in mind that homeowners don't necessarily want people knocking on their doors. So what I want to do is encourage you to learn how to position yourself as a solar expert so you literally can knock on thousands of doors without physically knocking on thousands of doors, because what you're doing is you're leveraging social media. But keep in mind as well that there is an investment. Enable for you to take your marketing to the next level, or your business or your life to the next level. There's always going to be an investment, whether that's going to be your time because you don't have the finances, or it's going to be your finances. But regardless, either way, there's always going to be an investment. So the second way you can increase your cash flow is to increase your sales conversion. So for example, if you're a 10% closer right now and you want to close 3 deals every single month, if you're a 10% closer, you have to sit down with 30 homeowners to close 3 at a 10% close rate. That's a lot of homeowners that you're sitting down with. And for example, if you're a 30% closer and you want to close 3 every single month, that's only 10 homeowners that you have to sit down with. So would you rather sit down with 30 homeowners to close 3, or sit down with 10 to close 3? So it's super important for you to increase your sales conversion. You have to know the methodologies in closing deals. It's super important because enable for you to have 30 sit-down appointments, right? Keep in mind these are sit-down appointments. You have to generate 60 sit-down appointments, because half of those appointments that you schedule at the door, they're gonna cancel. So that means if we reverse engineer for you to generate 3 at a 10% close rate, you have to schedule 60 consultations to get half of them, which is 30, to sit down with you, and 10% of the homeowners that you sit down with is gonna close. So that's a total of 3. That's pretty insane, right? That's a lot of numbers. I mean, especially if you're thinking about, it's all numbers game. Yeah, it is. But man, to get 60 homeowners to commit to sit down with you, you're gonna be knocking doors all day. Compared to if you had a 30% close rate, you only need 10 homeowners to sit down with. So that's basically 20 homeowners that committed to you and said, yeah, I want to sit down with you. Half of those are going to actually sit. So now you have 10 homeowners that you're sitting down with, 30% conversion, that's 3, right? So again, it's super important for you to learn how to close at a really, really high rate. You need to be closing at least 30% of your homeowners that you're sitting down with. And keep in mind, that's 30% cold market, right? That's not a warm market lead. Obviously, if it's a friend or family, that should be like close to like 80, 90 to 100%. So these are cold market leads. you should be closing at least 30% of those deals. And finally, enable for you to increase your cash flow, you need to be able to increase your commissions. This is really, really important because regardless, even if you have, a constant lead flow and your conversion rate is really high, but your commission structure is really poor, it's probably still gonna be very hard for you to reach your financial goals. So the idea is to have a really high commission as well. So the company you're working with and your comp plan, you should be making at least $1 a watt. That's gonna generate you a pretty good income to support yourself, to support your family, without you having to, be caught up in this hamster wheel every single month, right? And not making much money. So again, if you wanna dive in deeper, if you have questions on how to increase your cash flow, make sure you schedule a solar strategy call. There's gonna be a pop-up somewhere around this video or down in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you click subscribe. And not only that, make sure you also click that bell notification so you get all my updated videos as it comes out. Other than that, have an amazing day. Peace.